Alrighty, so today I'm back playing some more Tropico 6, and we are on to, I believe this is now episode number 4 of the tourism island playthrough. In the last episode, we really started to get a lot of tourism down, started moving around a lot of various production, and even started building up some of our first industry. In this episode, we're definitely going to continue that trend, try and potentially start building up. Well, I think it'd be best to finish our first island, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so here we are, and we're absolutely drowning in money, which is a really good thing. Starting to get skyscraper hotels all put together, modern apartments, and we're starting to get a bit of an island going here. A bit large of an island. So, homeless families 26, unemployed 7. Those are issues that we would like to remedy sooner rather than later, and I reckon that the first bit of potential job sites could be some new hotels. That makes sense to me. So let's go ahead and get down our first hotel of today's episode. Right here, I would suppose, and there's an area here for a park. Let's go ahead and do that. Each hotel only provides job spaces for 4 people, and we're gonna need even more of these then. The next one I suppose can go here. That looks alright. Alrighty. We also were running into issues with homeless families, a bit of poor families need housing, and a bit of well-off families. So let's go ahead and try and remedy this as well. I suppose that a normal apartment building can go here. Let's go ahead and quick build that. I probably should have made sure that urban development was on. We can just turn that on now. And we're also going to need a new tenement, would be nice. Now, don't really have too much space for this right now, but I suppose that this will work here. Let's do blue to match the police station. Go ahead and quick build that as well. We were going with the maxed out budget, armed caretaker, electrify it. Go and electrify the normal apartments as well. I sort of did that without checking to make sure that we actually have electricity, but we do, so that is good. Checking on our offices, both of them are on corporate business. One isn't maxed out in the budget. One also, I reckon, yeah, doesn't have water coolers. Let's go and do that. Let's check so $6.95. This one's up to $8.43, and they're both on the same work mode, so I reckon once we wait a little bit of time, they'll be the same. $76,000 in the bank's lifetime, so the office is actually more productive than the bank, which is kind of surprising. So this should go up. 843, this one should be the same. 843, those are both pretty good, so I think I'm gonna leave them there. So we're making lots and lots of money, which is really good for us. Library, still in the minimum budget, but that's okay. Lots of tourists showing up, lots of tourists leaving. That's fine. Let's go ahead and quick build these as a matter of fact. Let's max out all of the budgets and max out, or not max out, but change these all to Hotel Camarote. That is all fine. So now we have more vacant homes than homeless families, which is good. We also need these people to fill in these job spots, but there's a lot of high school educated people looking for jobs. I did not check that. So let's go ahead and see if there's something that we can build for people with a high school education. Right off the bat, I think another casino is due. So we have one. Ooh, this one's actually not even full. Well, maybe maybe it's usually full, but currently it wasn't. I really like the way this corner looks though. Yes, now I remember this. Not completely full, that's okay. Increases efficiency, upkeep is reduced by 10. That's purely a good thing, which means that it's giving an even higher housing quality. Nice. Freighter didn't make that much money. Tourist ship brought in lots of new people. Now our economy hotel's full, and so is our, well, almost, our 2 additional hotels that we just put down. So I reckon that we're starting to get close to having, yeah, there's 434. There's 1,000 people on this island, and almost half of them are tourists. So it's getting a bit steep. But that is a good thing. I'm trying to think of something that is sort of tall, but not too tall. I want to put something here, but yeah, we'll come back to that. Yeah. Oh yeah, we also have the stadium, which is really nice. And actually, that's really cool. I ended up building the metro station here. So, people can cruise around the island all they want. Alrighty. Metro stations, let's see where more are. There's one here for our proposed bridge crossing idea that I had in the last episode. And then we have one way over here. So having one sort of in the middle of town and maybe one around here would probably be a good idea. Let me see if I can. Well, you know what? We could do it on the corner here. Yeah, that's going to be perfect, I think. So let's go down here. Let's go and demolish this small park. And we'll just replace it with a new metro station. Go and quick build that on up. Max out its budget, get more lighting. Very good. And I think I want one, potentially two more. So, one... we're not, like, doing super well in terms of space for this. But let's go ahead and demolish this 2x1 park here. And we'll go ahead and put another one. So we can put a new 1x1 park here. Quick build this on up. Max out the budget, get more lighting, perfect. Okay, so now everyone should be able to cruise around our islands freely. We have these two cattle ranches here, but we previously built a goat and a pig ranch. So, factory ranches, that is. And those are way more efficient. They're providing us with plenty of milk and plenty of meat. This is doing so-so in terms of milk, or not milk, but meat and hides, which we're not really worried about hides, and we have more meat than these can even produce in those other two buildings. So let's go ahead and demolish them up. Very nice. And we can build a road down like this, and then what I'm thinking is just demolish these. And we'll do this. Okay. Maybe what we'll do is even move this metro station over a bit. Yes, I think that'll be the move. Which bus station was this one a part of? This one. So we can move the ending bus stop. Can't do it because this lumber mill's in the way. I don't think we need lumber anymore. Let's go and demolish that as well. So now we can move this over. Alrighty, perfect. So that's really nice. All sorts of people can. This is like the most efficient. Like you come out of the metro station and there's a bus stop right in front of you. Really, really neat. So before we move on to building up this island with all sorts of skyscraper hotels and another stadium and just having a very, very large, dense population here, I do want to completely fill in this area as much as possible. So what is going to help with that is building up. There's a number of things that I want to do real quickly. Very quickly. First off is to build, I believe it's in government, let's build an immigration office. Increase the amount of immigrants moving in. That's probably a good idea. So let's go ahead and put it here, I suppose, and we can do a customs office here. Then we can come to the palace. Let's max out the budget, quick build both of these offices. And the reason I want to quick build them is, let's go ahead and put...
Fear not. The customs office is here to protect you by monitoring international trade.
So here we get a wage of 22 from the palace, and we get a wage of 21 from the customs office, and a wage of 21 from the immigration office. So anyone working in these buildings should make a rich wage, and hopefully they will be rich. So then what we can do is build up a parking deck. And we can place this. Perhaps it would be best to move it one space down here. Then what we can do is put some parks in front of this office here. What I'm kind of thinking is... We're missing a DLC that added some parks, but that's okay. Let's just do something simple like this. That's fine. So we can quick build this up, and then let's build ourselves a new bus garage. So I'll move this bus garage on down over here. I don't want to clutter up this area too much with not so much as random buildings, but with buildings that I don't think are going to look good next to a plaza. So because we did that there, let's go ahead and build up like a small flop house area here. Maybe we can do like 2 like this. And we can put a 2x3 park in the middle. That'll probably look fine. Go and quick build all this on up. Go and max out the budget for these. Electrify these 2 buildings here. Max out the budget on this, and let's do nothing else for that. So now we can put the starting bus station on over here. Let's go and do it right here, I suppose. And then we can put the ending bus stop all the way down over here in the center of this little plaza. Perfect. So now, if you say live in one of the apartment complexes that are going to border this little plaza, like this huge plaza that I want to build up through here, you can walk to the center of the plazas right on this road, hop in a bus, and take the bus on down this way. But if you're rich, then you can just take a car. So we need to build additional parking decks around. I reckon we can do one here. Go and quick build that on up as well. Perfect. Max out the budget. We can get camera surveillance for these. And that's all looking pretty good. No one's bringing anything here yet, which is kind of annoying. Maybe it just takes time. But anyways, everything is looking pretty good now. Grocery, let's max out the budget there. Banana, corn, pineapples, those are the 3 foods that you can grow on plantations. And then we have meat and milk. So we have a number of other things that we're going to need to bring in as well. We're low on power, which I reckon the reason is due to the fact that... Maybe it wasn't that. I was figuring that one of the power plants didn't have enough coal. For some reason, there's a lot of people out here who would rather live in shacks, even though they're well off. Not sure what the issue is. There even is a bus that goes all the way over there. So maybe these are completely full? No. Let's go ahead and just demolish these shacks on up. Maybe that is part of the issue. There's nothing around here that's like plants, so I don't really care if people do live in shacks, but it's just better if they do live in a house instead. Anyway, so that was a bit of delegating. This rum distillery, honestly, we can probably just demolish this, I suppose. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of it. Okay.
New energy drinks. A boon for modern living or a one-way trip to diabetes. Canal Uno's sponsors, El Toro Rojo, say, why not both?
Why not both? Alrighty, so all this stuff going on. Let's go ahead and increase the budget one. And let's second shift up these 2 here in the hopes that this will start moving goods around a bit better. There shouldn't be any issues. We have like Teamsters over here in the ports. All these crops out here. People should be adequately moving stuff around, and they've kind of been around for a while, so it's a bit concerning. Like, hopefully there's not some huge issue. There shouldn't be, though. Let's actually increase. We could even go to the max budget. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. These are looking good. Let's turn off allow local consumption. Okay. So in terms of various foods, there's 11 in the game, and we're gonna need fish and shellfish. So maybe we can handle those 2, maybe in this area here. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get down our fish farm. I would kind of rather find like a pretty snug spot for it, but that might not be completely viable. I'm kind of thinking here maybe we can sneak in a special building kind of in the back there. What I also realized is that we don't actually have a newspaper affecting this part of the population here, so let's go ahead and remedy that. I'm thinking maybe here would be the best spot. I mean, maybe here as well. Yeah, that's actually going to be perfect. So let's go ahead and put our newspaper here. And let's actually start to... Well, you know what? We should do something fun for everyone. Let's see, a restaurant would be nice, but ooh, you know what, we could do a theater. That's probably going to be the move. Yeah, look at that, and it perfectly sort of fits our little plaza design here. Ooh. Okay, so that's what it's going to be, and let's go ahead and actually start building up some of our first bit of parks here. 2x3s could be good because we can fit in 2 of them sort of like this, potentially even all the way down. Yeah, let's do that. And then 2x2s. Could do 2 of them here and then 2 on the other side. Okay, so that's going to be our first bit of plazing there, and I think that this is totally fine. Kind of looks a bit repetitive, but once all the buildings are in, I think it'll look actually pretty good. So, now everything is getting closer to being fully set up. There's one of our fish farms, so let's go ahead and try and get the second fish farm down. This one we're going to want to change it to shellfish down here in the bottom right. And just look for really any open spot that we can manage. And as a matter of fact, you know what we could even probably do is actually just put it on this side over here. Yeah, like right around here could be pretty viable, honestly. Well, you know what? Even here. Let's do here. Then what we can do is drag a road down this way and potentially fit in more buildings here as we need them. Okay. So I'm really liking the way all this is looking. Let's go ahead and quick build the fish farms on up. We can even quick build our movie theater and our newspaper, that's all fine. Max out the budget on the fish farms. We could even do bigger tanks. Tide simulator could be good. Let's check how much electricity we have. We're sort of running out of spare electricity, which is not great. So let's go ahead and check in on the conservatives' opinion. We could probably fit in 2 additional wind turbines here before they get too upset. So let's do that. And of course we're going to want to go through, max out their budgets, click on 64 RPM. And now we have plenty of spare electricity, good. Alrighty. So we can also go to the movie theater here, max out its budget. We'll leave this on Blockbuster. We don't, well, you know what, we could even do before the gold rush, start pushing all these people very quickly towards the capitalist faction, because now anyone that lives around here, they're being influenced by this newspaper, and if they visit the nearby movie theater, then they will be being influenced by that as well. Let's go ahead and actually go and do a radio station would probably be the move here. Sort of like a 2-point bonus. Want to make sure that this, now we need to make sure that it influences at least as many of these hydroponic plantations as possible, because that is sort of where most of the people around here are going to be working. So let's go ahead and do that. And we can max out the budget here, change this to, let's go see what the other ones are. They're on radio now, so let's change this one to radio now as well. Okay. The big thing is music all day. Is we can see this movie theater, it's got a service quality of 78, which isn't too amazing. And with the music all day upgrade on our radio station, it goes up to 83, which is alright in the very least. And what else I'm thinking could be good is actually to go ahead and just get a movie, or a restaurant here. I mean, I don't really like this spot, but I think it'll be fine. Let's go ahead and max out the budget, leave it on cloth napkins, we can get the freezer upgrade. And that's fine there. 96. So everyone can come visit the movie theater. If you're well off or more wealthy, then you can come to the restaurant. So there's that. Alrighty. Now, we're probably going to fill this area in mostly with parks, but I do kind of want to fit in a building or 2 up around this area. As I sort of think of these potential buildings, I'll place them, but for now, this area is looking really, really good. Like, we got 2 chocolate factories, I'm not sure if I actually have enough sugar for all of this. That's something that I didn't really take into consideration. We're gonna need, let's see. So sugar, 3480, 3480. So for each for each chocolate factory, we're gonna need 1 sugar plantation and 2 cocoa plantations, I believe. Yes. So let's go through and make sure that we have 4 cocoa. Ooh, we do actually have enough. Okay, that's perfect. We should also go through and get like the upgrades for all these buildings out here. Green waste chopper. We can get that on probably most of these. Let's see. The furthest one away can actually affect it. What about you? Yeah, so we should get this for all of them. 15k, but in the long run this will end up saving us money. Inoculation, all that we already got. Very good. Corn, we just got those upgrades. Sugar, all of those upgrades. Cocoa. Rubber, bigger buckets. I never think this is worth it, so I never do it, so. Yes. Small parcel growth, sure. Okay. What about pineapple? Pineapple just, yeah, has pollination parcel. Okay. So there is all of that. Let's check the pig. Factory ranch, veterinary vaccination. There's 2 of them, so let's go ahead and get both of those. Mechanical milker, that's fine as well. Okay, perfect. So, all these upgrades are purchased. Did we get all the purchases for this? No. So we'll go ahead and get those 2. And why not get the seawater pipeline? That's fine. Okay, perfect. So now this is completely like as efficient as this entire area is going to get. We'll continue to grow onto it later on, but for now that's totally fine. Open doors, stimulate exports. So now we have access to the customs office, and we already, we didn't get tax evasion. Let's get tax evasion. Tourist fees, that's a no-brainer. This is a tourist island, and that is all fine. Open doors, perfect. This is all looking really good. Did we research the customs office is my question. We did. Okay, so let's go ahead and, as a matter of fact, we can do something really important here. Do we even have an embassy yet? I figured that we built one previously at some point. Maybe I demolished it. Yeah, I think I did. Okay. So previously I was talking about it, and I think it would be sort of a neat idea to actually have a number of embassies kind of dotted around our little touristy island here. And I think here's potentially going to be a really good spot. So let's go ahead and do that spot there. And in front of it we can do something like, just something like this. Something where we have like some parks out front. I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and quick build this actually. And what we can do is, let's do Europe. Let's invite Europe. Then let's go into the trade menu. And we want to come on over to our customs office. Make sure it's on, yeah, stimulate exports, at least for now. Change this to sort by import export, and we're going to look for some sort of good export to Europe. We'll try and like work with Europe for now. Later on we will change that a bit. There's some surveillance drones. We could do those. We might as well. Let's go and sign it. It's going to take like 2 whole ship rotations, but that's fine. And we aren't producing coconuts, aren't producing canned goods, and we aren't producing aluminum, so nothing that we can do right now. Let's see when they refresh. 3 months, not too far away. I should have actually switched this to reduce import taxes before signing that deal, but I mean, it's fine. So the big thing is that I want to make Europe our allies, and then I want to get a offshore office, and you can choose one of the 5 superpowers, and in choosing them, it's actually going to give you some special like bonuses to the export of certain goods. And I know that Europe is chocolate, and I think they might be cars, so maybe we could actually start producing cars. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about actually with our rubber plantation. Okay, so we're gonna start producing cars. We should probably start, oh actually, we're already producing coal and iron, so all we need to do is make a steel mill, and after we do that, then all we'll have to do is make a car factory. So we're looking really, really good right now. And so This is really good, but we can't really take advantage of it right now. Maybe we can, but if we're gonna do that, we're gonna want to come to our embassy. Let's go ahead and actually praise Europe here. We can request an alliance. They're gonna want us to do rescue raids, that's fine, so let's start doing them. We're making so much money that we can sort of afford to sort of mess around like this. Homeless families, unemployed, we don't really have a whole lot of empty job slots, even though we just constructed a bunch of new jobs, but that's okay. Let's go and find the Pirate Cove. Maybe we can do it sort of down here. Let's go and quick build that as well.
Tropico is proud to welcome its new privateers and stresses that it's categorically not piracy when it's sanctioned by the state.
Categorically. Alrighty. So we could do some other things like, you know, ask for financial aid and that sort of thing, but what we're going to want to do is we could even lie and say that we'll sell them like aluminum here. We could do like a big trade deal, like this 146,000 units, like we're never going to produce that, but we could say that we'll do it. And in doing so, it's going to make all the other countries upset a little bit, but not really worried about that. What we are worried about is, or concerned with, is trying to get this up as high as possible. Reason being is that, well, whenever we get these new trade routes, anything to and from Europe is going to be sort of at its maximum, like, deviation. That's what we're looking for. We can switch the customs office between reduce import taxes and stimulate exports, and that's going to get us even better deals, which is great. And that is what we're looking for. So here we go. Pause this. No. And let's go ahead and just look through. So fish, jewelry, meat, nickel. So you can see like all these like little things. I bet fish is like really terrible right now. And so we're actually getting a good deal by, even though this is like a -20, I bet standard it's like -50 or something crazy. So nothing too useful yet, and we'll just have to keep coming back and checking in on this country here. We can import weapons at 20% off. So as we can see here, I'll show you a neat trick. If we do reduce import taxes, because that was an import, now if we come look at it, weapons is at 33% off, so a third off. And if we buy 23,000 units, this will net us $112,000. So that is pretty nice. And then if we could find someone who's willing to buy weapons, that would be even better. It doesn't look like anyone's wanting to buy them right now, and that is fine, but I do kind of want to pick this up, so let's go ahead and purchase this. Really good trade route. We only have a couple trade routes left, but we're starting to sort of do a lot of things at once. We should cancel this, honestly. Let's go ahead and cancel the aluminum trade. And even though we did that, we've done a number of like good things to make them happy, so as we can see, it's still over 100. We could even ask for financial aid right now. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that. It's going to drag our, like, what's it called? Standing with them down a little bit, but that's okay. And as you can see, every time a new tourist ship shows up, we get a lot of money because the tourist fees income here, which is really good for us. Alrighty, so our island is doing pretty well for itself. We just want this building to get completely filled in. Maybe we can hire some people. I typically don't like hiring for buildings if they're like far away, especially if it's a raid building, because we're gonna have to wait for, okay, nice, we're good, but we would have to wait for people to show up at the dock and then to like sail all the way over here, and that can be kind of annoying. But now that we have that, let's go ahead and do rescue educated. Rescue 4 groups of educated people, that's fine. And just like that, 4 of them are queued up, and we'll just give that time. Okay, things are looking really good. We're going to be getting a lot of new people on the island soon, and as a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do many for the other 3. We'll do educated for the first one, but many is going to be fine because we do want to get a lot of new people on the island to work in our hotels. So as a matter of fact, we haven't done this too much this episode. Let's build up some more hotels. Zoom on in and make sure it's facing the right direction. A hotel right behind the high school and one over here. That seems fine. Let's check in on our overlays to fun quality, and we want to make sure that the fun quality is looking really good. It's looking good everywhere, which is really, really nice to see. So if we check on our population and we come to happiness, fun happiness is 89, which is really good. Job happiness, like I said, we're not really too concerned about it. Food happiness, that's doing all right. It probably could do better. Let's actually go to food coverage. Food quality, there we go. As we can see, it's actually getting kind of low over here in this entire area. And let's go ahead and construct up an additional grocery.
Announcing the winner of our competition to win a signed portrait of El Presidente. Penultimo! Congratulations, number 2! We knew 1,000 entries would suffice.
Nice. Max out the budget, that's all we can do for now, and that's fine. So now we're gonna have actually fish and shellfish. That was like a major thing that we focused on recently. So previously, we were getting 5, I believe, 5 out of the 11 food sources here, food varieties, and now we have fish as an additional one. Soon we'll have shellfish, that'll bring it up to 7. And then there's a total of, I believe, 3 different goods that are produced in... Oh, so we finished the surveillance drone thing. I'll talk about that in a second, but yes, we have fish and shellfish coming in, and then we need 3 different foods produced in factories, which we definitely want to set those up. And then once that's all done, then all we need to do is coconuts. And so we'll probably end up importing coconuts. I mean, we could do a coconut like trade or producing building. I typically don't do them. Coconut harvesters, we could find like a good spot for it. Like over here could be kind of silly, but I think that could be kind of cool. Could even do it just right here. Let's go ahead and just throw that down. So that's yet another food source. Turn off allow local consumption, coconut cutter treatment. Okay. So we're producing even more food variety. Then now we just need the food produced in industry buildings, which are going to be creamery for milk, which we have, not milk, sorry, cheese, which we have plenty of milk for this. Cannery, which takes pineapples or fish, which we're producing both, of course. And then we need the juicery, which produces juice from bananas or pineapples. And additionally, you could set it up to actually produce juice from your coconuts as well. Real quick, let's check in on our electrical budget. 53 in the positive. Let's bring up, honestly, let's bring the budgets of all of our apartments to the max. That's what I just did there. Modern apartments, probably fine to leave pretty high up as well. And then all of the poor housing, yeah, I've gotten pretty much to 100, so that's fine. Unless you live in a flop house, it's gonna be sort of doomed to be low. There's some minor things that I could do to remedy that, but that's fine. We still have an old neighborhood here, which is kind of funny to think about. I should do something about it relatively soon. And the fact that we're going to be bringing in even more people for these hotels is kind of telling me that I should demolish this and actually build a fun building for tourists. Let's check in on fun quality. Yeah, as we can see, like a lot of these fun quality or the fun providing buildings are actually pretty full. Even this casino here, so in this place instead, let's go ahead and do, I think a cabaret could do nice here. Oh, we actually have one right across the street. Oof. I'm going to move this one down the street then. Maybe there will be fun. Here, and instead we can do something else. Max out the budget. Do playback equipment. Ooh, do we even have the electricity for that? Not really. We're actually running out of electricity, sort of. We almost do. We almost have enough electricity for that. We'll leave it for now. Let's check in on our conservatives' opinion. Not doing too great. Wind turbines always make them really upset. The cabaret makes the conservatives upset. That's okay. Let's see what other factions are sort of upset. The embassies make the militarist upset. That's okay. The religious faction, they hate the cabarets as well. Okay. We're doing fine though. We're pushing everyone towards, I believe, the left side. Is nothing doing the religious faction? I thought I had something set up for it. I mean, we could set up an entire additional set of newspapers to slowly push everyone towards the religious faction, but in hindsight, honestly, I don't really care which faction people are between religious and militarist. We're not doing a whole lot to influence either. However, this video here is passing the half-hour mark, and I think that I'm definitely going to be doing a half hour on these episodes just for now. It definitely won't last forever, but for now, I can't really afford the time to put into the channel as much as I was in previous months, but I definitely do want to sort of keep up daily videos, if not every other day videos, but daily videos if I can, which I'll definitely be attempting to do as much as possible. But doing half-hour long videos, I can probably do daily videos for a while, so that is going to be my plan. So I'm going to go ahead and end our little episode here today. Really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to follow along with more Tropico 6 series like this, then be sure to subscribe. Peace.